Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we actually got a bit of a surprise reveal for Black Ops 6. We obviously know that Season 1 is coming up here on November 14th. That's been confirmed for a couple of days as of now. We've talked a little bit about what to expect with Season 1 between the Warzone integration and all the major changes coming to Warzone with that once all the Black Ops 6 content, the weapons, the operators, the movements, the new Area 99 map, all of that is added into the game. We've also talked about some of the leaked weapons, although there's even more now that we can discuss today. It seems like every day we're getting more and more leaked info for that. But also today, we ended up getting our surprise very first look at Season 1 of Black Ops 6 officially from Call of Duty themselves. So, as you'll see here on their Twitter this morning, they ended up posting saying Season 1 takes Black Ops to the criminal underground on November 14th. Here's a sneak peek at a few of the new maps coming to Black Ops 6 multiplayer this season. And they give us a sneak peek of 3 new maps, and these are all brand new maps entirely. We've got Hideout, which is based for 6v6. We've got Extraction, which is based for 6v6. Then we also have Heirloom, which is based for 6v6 and also 2v2. I've also seen a lot of questions so far, which is kind of surprising to me, but I want to give the general PSA. As far as maps that are built for 6v6 and 2v2 go, these are the face-off maps. A lot of the gameplay that you guys have been seeing in the videos where I don't have face cam and it's just b-roll footage, it's on Warhead, which is like the destroyed Nuketown, or it's on Stakeout, which is like the apartment building. That's all available in the face-off mosh pit, and those are like the super tiny maps, great for camo grinding, leveling up your weapons and stuff. I've seen a lot of questions like, hey, I've played this game for 30 hours and I haven't seen that map before, what's going on? Those are the face-off maps. So for Season 1 now, we have it confirmed. We've got 2 standard 6v6 maps, then 1 6v6 and face-off map or gunfight map as well with 2v2. And we actually get a preview video of all 3 of these maps. It's just a quick little 12-second clip, but it does actually tell us a lot more than you might initially realize here. So as we go through and you just watch this video, I gotta mute this sound on it real quick, but we get our first look at Extraction, which actually takes place almost on like this little military base on the edge of the map. And you'll notice this area in the background looks pretty familiar. This appears to be Avalon. We just talked about it the other day with the whole fly through, but in theater mode right now, you can see the entire Avalon area, which is going to be the Warzone map, the leaked big map for COD 2025. And so we're starting to see maps that take place on this even debut in seasons. We already have a couple of base ones from launch in the game that take place on an Avalon, like Skyline, for instance. If you look off the map, you can see all these different locations, and this appears to be taking place there too. But yeah, on a little bit of a military base here on the edge of the coastline. The playable area appears to be just like this straight 3-lane thing. You've got this right lane with the helipads, goes out and around up the corner to the street here. You got the middle lane going in between the helicopter and the warehouse. There's actually a little tower there, which I assume is going to have a huge power position over the rest of the map. Then the larger hangar as well. We should get one alternative look of this too with the helipad there too. So Treyarch is pretty standard when it comes to their maps. They like their 3-laned maps, and they made that a point of emphasis this year. We'll also talk about sizing and stuff here in just a moment, but that is our first look at Extraction. Heirloom is more of like an interior museum style map. So we're in like this little showroom here. We got a statue with like a gold mask and whatnot on, and that seems like it's going to be more of like an interior entire map. There's not going to be a huge outside to it. Does look like there might be a second story though, than a skylight area in the center. We don't get nearly as much of like an overview of Heirloom as we did Extraction there. And then we get Hideout as well, which is again another outdoor map. This, I'm not gonna lie, almost kind of reminds me of like the military base on top of the hill on Urzikstan, but we got these 2 separate buildings, the brick one in the back there, then this one that's got like the canopy up over it as well. Keep in mind, this is a 6v6 map, whereas Heirloom was also the face-off map, but we get a little look at this as well. And we also have like the training course area. Obviously, we have that training course that we can run in just standard multiplayer if you're looking to test out Omni movement or shoot some guns or whatever, and this is almost resembling that a little bit too. The one thing I will say I do like about all these maps is that they are bright and vibrant. They're not like gloomy, rainy, gray kind of dull looking maps. They're actually fun looking, like vibrant, like I said, maps for lack of better word there. So our first 3 maps for Black Ops 6 multiplayer in-year updates have now at least been partially revealed but they've also announced some other pretty cool things too. So Treyarch actually teases even more here, saying more maps are coming in mid-season 2. Season 1 launch is only the beginning. So this is actually fantastic news for Black Ops 6 in my opinion, because what this means is that we're actually seeing way more content than we anticipated with the very first season. Hopefully it's a trend that continues, you know, through season 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. But if just launch is featuring 3 new maps, that's usually what we expect per one given season, right? Like at launch we'll see 2 maps drop, and then in mid-season we'll see 1 map drop, but they're already confirming more maps, keyword maps as in plural, at least 2 new maps coming mid-season as well. So by the end of season 1 we could have 5 additional new 6v6 maps, and obviously this has been a big deal since launch with the maps in the game not being all that well received. We've talked about this a little bit before, but all the maps in the game are based around medium and small sizes, or they're strike or face-off maps as they refer to them, right? And a lot of these maps have gotten a lot of heat so far. Things like Lowtown, Red Card, Vorkuta, Rewind, you know, Scud even from the beta. A lot of these maps players are not enjoying, so having new actual maps that hopefully are going to spice things up a little bit and potentially seeing 5 of them at minimum in one season is fantastic to hear. And even just based off the previews on these, I think it's going to fit more in with the style of like medium being the largest map. And they say medium is comparable to like Raid or Summit from some of the older Black Ops games, right? But these do seem to be at least a little bit more laned, and especially, you know, Hideout there looks to be a lot more like almost a shoot house hybrid. Those are the vibes I get off of that. But as we continue to dive into some details here for season 1 and beyond, quick reminder, if you are new to the channel, just over 50% of viewers watching are not subscribed yet. So if that's you, every single day, I got you covered with news, updates, announcements, reveals, meta breakdowns. Everything going on in COD is right here, so feel free to hit that subscribe button. Join us on the road to 1 million. We're obviously going to have a lot more season 1 announcements coming up in the next few days. We should be getting a roadmap, more details for the weapons, the different modes, operators, battle pass, and I'll be covering all that right as it happens. And if you guys enjoy this video, a like is seriously appreciated too. One other additional piece of information I also wanted to cover here though is stemming from Vondia's Pog, a leaker that and data miner that we've talked about the past couple of days, detailing some of the leaked weapons for season 1. We've talked about the FAL potentially being a season 1 weapon, the SAR-80, the KSG, the R700, and because of all the stuff that's coming out of the data mines and coming out of the leaked game files right now, there's a bunch of different weapons that we now have some information about. We could actually be seeing some of these theoretically for season 1. Obviously, in the next few days, when we do get that roadmap, when we do get some other teasers and reveals, they're going to have the key art of you know, a character holding a weapon that's probably going to be the season 1 weapon, or the blog post will detail the exact weapons we're getting. But for now, we actually could be seeing weapons leaked for season 1, mid-season update, season 2, 3, even you know, further than that. But a couple of rifles, an unknown one that's just simply a code name, an M16 series rifle seems to be coming. Keep in mind, these could in theory be cut weapons as well. It's always a gamble with leaks. Some of them will make it to the game, some of them won't. Most of the time, data mined information does end up eventually coming to fruition though. An unknown MP5 series machine gun appears to be debuting, the SR2 Varesk SMG, the Imbal MD1. For shotties, we got the CBC model SB12, the Olympia, obviously a classic from Black Ops, the KSG as we mentioned the other day, the FAL as we mentioned the other day, the PGM Hekate 2 sniper, the R700 sniper that we also mentioned in passing in a previous video. Then for handguns, the 5.7, another one we just recently covered, the 3.57 Magnum. I know a lot of players have been asking, it's a Black Ops game, where is the Magnum at? So it does appear that that's going to be returning. The M72 Law is going to be making you know, a return as well. Then also the Claw Hammer, apparently, according to the data mine files as of now. So lots of weapons to look out for. We don't know how many we're going to see in season 1 yet, but obviously, as I mentioned, once that information does surface and we have it official, it'll be covered here on the channel. But that being said, that is our very first look at season 1 of Black Ops 6, at least in terms of some of the content we can expect, and a few other pretty significant leaks for some of that main content that obviously everyone is looking forward to. But that being said, that's going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, and on your way out, hit that sub button to guarantee you're always in the know. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.